Hello and welcome back to my Kansas City Royals series here on Out of the Park Baseball. We are back here for the ALCS against the Seattle Mariners. If you remember in the last episode, we faced the Los Angeles Angels and won that series in 5 games. So this is going to prove to be a challenging series. Now the Mariners are going to be without their best player. You can see Cody Bellinger out with a knee injury, and he is going to be out for the next couple months. But still, this is a team that won 96 games. They've got a pretty good pitching staff. Their ace, quote-unquote, Josh Jones, maybe not so hot, at least in the statistics department. But you can see Moore and Walker, very good pitchers, and Logan Shore rounding out the rotation. He's obviously not great. And their bullpen as well, pretty good. In terms of their hitting, obviously without Bellinger, you can see Hosmer taking over for Bellinger, so not really a great player there, at least anymore. Their best player is this Zahid Valenzuela, mostly an on-base steal defense kind of guy. And then you can see Gary Sanchez, Juan Soto, obviously there. I did notice that they have Alberto Mondesi, and this is a guy that we had during his younger days. You can see he played a little bit in Kansas City up to the age of 23. And then we traded him. He ended up having some pretty good seasons for Baltimore. He even had a 5-win season at age 27. He's kind of fallen off since then, but still, that is surprising to see because he just did not seem to be making any strides under our team, but that is baseball for you. Anyway, Mitch Haniger also on the team. I thought that was kind of funny, but really hoping that this is the year, and we're one step away from at least making the World Series, so that is pretty exciting. All right, so this will be the batting order, very similar to what we've had previously. You can see Blake Snell is going to be on the mound. I will just mention I'm not opposed to starting Akil Baddoo instead of Vinny Tosti. Tosti obviously has been very cold so far this postseason. But for this game, Seattle has a lefty on the mound. So Tosti hits better against lefties, and Baddoo, obviously being a lefty, hits better against righties. So that just doesn't make sense for this first game. But let's get underway here. So here in the top of the first, Seattle already has a man on second. With 1 out here, it'll be Snell versus Juan Soto, and it's 3-1 to Soto. Popped up left center. Nope, just left field. Anyway, Tosti makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Sanchez up next. 0-0 is the count to him with 2 outs. And that's line to center field. Coming in is Tosti. He won't make the catch. And it's going to be a double for Sanchez. So Seattle with their first run. Kind of looked like that would be an easy catch, but unfortunately it is a double. 1-2 to Mason House, and he will strike out to end the inning, but Seattle does pick up a run. Now here in the bottom of the first, you can see we have Cole Enright at second, Prado at third, and Ohtani up. It's 0-2 to him, though, but he hits one to right field, probably deep enough to score a run here, and tagging and scoring is Nick Prado. So this game is all tied up. And Corona up next, still that man on second base, and Enright grounder to short, and that is going to end the inning here. So through 1, it is 1-1. And unfortunately, Seattle with men on first and third here in the second inning. So let's go into double play depth. Andujar at the plate, 2-2 is the count to him. Hoping for the strikeout, we get a ground ball. Could it be a double play? It is a double play, and the inning is over. So we squeak by here in the top of the second. And in the bottom of the second, things remain interesting. We have Zermeno at second. Tosti at the plate. It's already 1-2 to him, though. And he will strike out to end the inning, so nothing there. Now, simming ahead to the bottom of the fourth, we've got 2 on and 2 out with Zermeno at the plate. 1-1 is the count to him. Ground ball to third into left field. A base hit, so the Royals take the lead. It is 2-1. Tosti up next. 0-0 to him. He'll soar one into center field very high, not very deep. And that will be caught by Haniger to end the inning. Here in the bottom of the fifth, things starting off nicely. We have Nick Prado on second with nobody out. Griffin Conine up next, and they're going to intentionally walk him, which is awesome because that makes no sense. Anyway, Enright is up next. He's going to hit one to right field. That's going to fall. So with nobody out, I don't think I'm going to send the runner. I'm almost sure he would score, but sometimes with this game, it looks like it's pretty easy, and then he's thrown out. So we're just going to keep him there for now. Ohtani is going to be up next, and it's 0-1 to him. Ground ball to short. They're going to get the runner at home. They do not get Ohtani at first, so Little unfortunate there. Anyway, the bases are still loaded for Corona. 2-2 to him, though. And that's flied out to right center field. That should be deep enough to score the run. And tagging and scoring is Conine. So a bit of an insurance run there. It is 3-1. Still hoping to get some more runs here. It's going to be a full count to Sanchez with 2 outs. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Could be an infield hit. And it will not be. So the inning is over. Pretty exciting game so far. It is 3-1. You can see Blake Snell at 77 pitches. So I'll be monitoring him pretty closely here. All right, so here in the top of the 6th, there is 1 out with 2 men on base. You can see Gabo is now into the game. Blake Snell had 94 pitches, given up 2 base runners, including a walk to Gary Sanchez. So I think it was time to make a move to the bullpen. Let's go to double play depth here and see if Gabo can get out of this inning. I would have loved to have had a better reliever come in, but everyone's still tired from the last series, unfortunately. So conceivably, I could have gone to Casilla, but we're going to be going to Gabo here. Anyway, House is up next. He hits one to right field. Conine moving over. He makes the catch. The runners will not tag, so now 2 gone in the inning for Esteri Ruiz. And it's a full count to him. Oh my goodness, he walks. This is the batter of the game, I think. Let's do a mound visit just to calm him down. Eric Hosmer up, 2-0 to him. Ground ball to first, and Prado steps on the bag to end the inning. Seattle does not score, so a huge inning there. All right, so here in the bottom of the 2nd, you can see men on 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Beeks had really gotten out of the inning, but Langoliers threw the ball into right field, so unfortunately, we are in this precarious situation where the tying run is standing at second base all of a sudden. Anyway, it'll be Beeks versus Juan Soto. 0-0 the count. Popped up. Very shallow right field. And Prado will make the play to end the inning. So Seattle again doesn't score, but things getting a little bit stressful. So here in the bottom of the 7th, we get 2 more runs. Let's check out the game log here. You can see a 2-run home run from Griffin Conine after a Nick Prado walk. And we get another run, still nobody out. A home run from Cole Enright. And that's what we end up with. So let's see if Beeks can get out of this inning. Unfortunately, he gives up a leadoff home run. Maybe we can warm up Marquito Casilla in the bullpen. Would love to have Beeks get through this game, though. So he gets through the 8th there. Anyway, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th here, you can see Langoliers at 2nd, Prado at 1st, Conine at the plate. 0-2 to him, though, and he will strike out to end the inning. So still a 6-2 game. Let's go batter by batter here in the 9th. Casilla taking the mound, and it'll be Haniger up. He grounds one to short. Corona up with it. The throw to first is in time for the first out of the inning. Andujar up next, and it's 2-2 to him. He strikes out. So 2 gone, and it is Valenzuela who gives the last hope for the Mariners. Popped up, shallow left field. Toasty coming in. He makes the catch, and the Royals take game 1 here in the ALCS. All right, so the Royals comfortably take game 1. It'll be Morales on the hill for game number 2. You can see Toasty really struggling, so I think we're going to put in Akil Baddoo for this game. Otherwise, it should be about the same order. For the Mariners, they have Andrew Moore on the mound, who is a very good pitcher this year. Anyway, we'll get this game underway. And right away here in the bottom of the 1st, you can see we have Prado at 3rd, Conine at 1st, Enright at the plate. 1-1 to him, driven to right field, and gone. 3-run home run for Cole Enright. Absolutely scorched down the line. And in the blink of an eye, it is already 3-0. Corona now at 2nd, still in the 1st inning here with 1 out. Sanchez up at the plate, 1-2 to him. He hits one very deep to right center and gone. 2-run home run for Sanchez. 5 runs scored here in the 1st inning of game 2. Stepping ahead to the top of the 3rd, though, you can see the Mariners have Mitch Haniger at 2nd. Nobody out in the inning. Ruiz is at the plate, and it's 0-2 to him. He'll hit one pretty solidly into left field. Toasty moving back, though, and he seems to make a leaping grab. It will be a sac flying away, so the runner moves up to 3rd base. Andujar is up next. 0-2 to him. He strikes out. So 2 gone in the inning. Valenzuela up next. Full count. Popped up. Shallow left field. Toasty gliding in. He makes the grab. It's actually Akil Baddoo in left field. I forgot we made that swap. But anyway, it is still 5-0. Here in the top of the 5th, you can see Morales Still only at 64 pitches, given the lead we have. I'd like him to go kind of deep into this game. Just really rest our bullpen, and then we'll be ready to go for game 3. But anyway, Haniger is at the plate here with 1 out and a man on second base. And that is going to be a strikeout. So 2 gone now in the inning, and it's 1-2 to Ruiz. Ground ball to third. Zermeno up with it, and the inning is over. So 5 shutout innings so far for Morales, only given up 2 hits. And now in the bottom of the 5th, you can see 2 outs and 2 on for Sanchez. 1-1 is the count to him. He had a home run in a previous at-bat this game. Grounder to third, and that is going to be a fielder's choice to end the inning. Still 5-0 though. You can see Morales at 72 pitches. Let's see if he can get through this inning. 2 on, 2 out. Let's definitely get someone in the bullpen here. This could be a Carlos Martinez game. He's still not fully rested. That's crazy. I could also put in Skoglund, although I don't trust him as much for sure. I don't know. Let's just see if he can get through the inning. So it'll be Gary Sanchez at the plate, a dangerous hitter for sure. 0-2 to him though, and he will strike out. So Morales digs deep and gets through 6 innings. That is a huge start. Anyway, let's stick in Skoglund. Hopefully he can eat up a bunch of innings. If not, we'll really put in our good pitchers. So Skoglund working his way into the 8th inning. You can see 1 out and a man on second. Let's start warming someone up who's competent. Thinking Mike O'Donnell. He is pretty rested. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get him some work. Anyway, let's see what Skoglund can do. It is a full count to Sahid Valenzuela. Fly ball to center field. And that will be a catch for Sanchez. So 2 gone now in the inning for Mondesi, who hits one to short. Corona up with it, and he makes the play to end the inning. So that is excellent, excellent news. We'll still stick O'Donnell in here for the 9th inning just to get him some work. He has not pitched in a while. So now here in the top of the 9th, let's go till runners in scoring position, and the Mariners don't get anything. So a nice 5-0 shutout, easy breezy. All right, so it is on to game number 3 now. Shohei Ohtani getting the ball here in game 3, which means our lineup a little bit thinner. We're going to have Akil Baddoo in the lineup. Thankfully, the Mariners have a righty on the mound, so that makes things a little bit easier. So anyway, this is the lineup that we're going to go with, aside from Baddoo being in for Ohtani. Pretty similar to what we've had before. Obviously, the Mariners have Walker on the mound. Another very good pitcher, so let's get this game underway. So here in the top of the 1st, very quickly, Griffin Conine has a home run. So that puts us up 1-0. And another home run. Look at that. Corona with a home run. So 3-0 Kansas City now. And 4-0. Thank you, please, Sanchez with another home run. That's his 3rd home run in 2 games. Still here in the 1st inning, we have Langoliers at second, Baddoo at first. Zermeno is at the plate. 1-2 to him. Popped up foul territory, first base side. Hosmer moves over. He makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. And now it'll be Vinny Tosti, 1-0 to him. Lined right field, base hit into right field. And it will not score a run, but the bases remain loaded. And batting around now have the Royals. You can see Prado up at the plate again. It's 2-1 to him. Grounder to second, and unfortunately, that will end the inning. But the Royals do score 4 runs, even though they leave the bases loaded. So a very good start there. Ohtani on the mound, of course. Simming ahead to the bottom of the 2nd, you can see Mitch Haniger on second. 2 outs in the inning. Ruiz at the plate. Ohtani on the mound. Unfortunately, 3-1 to Ruiz. Ground ball to third. Zermeno up with it. He makes the play to end the inning. And so the Mariners do not score. And the lead is cut in half. You can see in the bottom of the 3rd here, the Mariners must have got a home run by Alberto Mondesi. And now they have another man in second in Juan Soto. So Gary Sanchez, the tying run at the plate now. 1-0 the count to him. He will pop it up. Foul territory moving over his Langoliers all the way to the dugout. I feel like Zermeno should have grabbed that one. Anyway, Mason House is up next. It's 1-1 to House. Popped up, shallow left field. Tosti coming in. He dives and makes the catch. And so the inning is over, but the Mariners do score 2 runs. Now in the top of the 4th inning, still 4-2, but the Royals have Prado on second and Enright at first. 2 outs for Jorge Corona. 1-2 to him. Fly ball deep to left center field, and it is gone. 3-run home run, and this game is opened up again. 7-2 Royals. So many players on this order have power, and you can just see how many home runs we've had this postseason. Hitters 2 through 5 all have at least 3 home runs during the postseason. Anyway, still 2 outs in the inning, and that will do it. So here in the bottom of the 4th, though, the leadoff man is at second base. Haniger will be up, ground ball to first, and Prado will make the play, so the runner goes to third base. I have confidence in Ohtani. Let's just go through this half inning here. So the Mariners do not score there. We score another run here in the 5th. Let's just start going half innings. So we've zoomed ahead here to the bottom of the 6th. You can see Ohtani sitting at 87 pitches. Man on third, and the Mariners have already scored a run in the inning, and there's nobody out. So I've got Jalen Beeks warming up, but let's do a quick mound visit here. Going to keep the infield back. Obviously, it doesn't really matter if the run scores. We just need outs. That ball's lined to left field. It will be caught by Conine, and tagging is the runner. Looks like there will be a bit of a play at the plate, but Hosmer is in no problem. Go till runners in scoring position. You can see that the Mariners have another runner at second. It is 2-1 to Valenzuela. Beeks is ready since Valenzuela is a lefty. Let's get Beeks into this game. It's getting a little bit too close for comfort. Anyway, with 2 outs, it is 2-2. Now the switch hitter, Valenzuela, batting from the right side. Zermeno up with the ball. He makes the play. So we are through 6, still a 5-run lead. So here in the bottom of the 7th, nobody out. Beeks has led up the first 2 base runners. I'm warming up Trevor Story, who is, I think, our best relief pitcher, who is a righty. But we are going to visit the mound here. Story obviously still warming up. Let's go to double play depth. Unfortunately, we're going to have to pitch to Sanchez here with Beeks. And a steal of third attempt. And he is going to be out. What a not smart play, to put it very lightly. Anyway, Sanchez still up at the plate. It is 2-2 to him. And he hits one deep to left field. And when it comes down, the Mariners are going to have made this a 4-run game again. A 2-run home run for Sanchez. I will say we have not had the best bullpen. Story still warming up. I'd like to try to get one more batter out of Beeks. Fly. Oh, geez, that's going to be a double. All right, obviously that's it for Beeks. Left him in a little bit too long, but Story wasn't warm. So anyway, now you've got Eric Hosmer up, who's a lefty. I'm going to get some flack for this. I want him to face the lefty. So it's 2-1 to Hosmer, and that's a home run. I'm an idiot. I am really... Okay, that was probably the stupidest thing I've done this series. Anyway, let's put in Trevor Story, and we have Mike O'Donnell. Now it's a 2-run game, still only the 7th inning. We have Tim Cate as well if we need him. Anyway, let's go to the runners in scoring position. We get through the rest of that inning. Here come the Royals trying to bail me out. Corona is at second base. Langoliers at the plate, 1-1 to him. Ground ball to third, and unfortunately that's not going to do a whole lot. So Corona stays at second base. Now, Baddoo up next, 2-1 to him, but that's going to be a little pop-up into shallow center field, and making the catch is Haniger to end the inning. So Story, only 4 pitches. We have some lefties coming up. I think I'm going to start warming up O'Donnell. Anyway, let's go till runners in scoring position. We get through the inning. Thank goodness. So we're just going to stick in Mike O'Donnell for the save. So now we are here in the bottom of the 9th. I'm going to warm someone up just in case. Thinking Casilla. I assume O'Donnell will be fine, but he's not that dominant where I'm just going to leave him in and not warm anyone up. Anyway, 1-2 to Sanchez, who is leading it off here. Sanchez, of course, went deep in his last at-bat, but he strikes out here for the first out of the inning. Now Mason House up next, 2-2 to him. He strikes out. 2 gone. Eric Hosmer, the last hitter up, and he hits one to right center field, but it should be playable. Deep, Sanchez makes the catch, game over, and the Royals take a 3-0 series lead. Thank goodness for the offense there, because I really mismanaged with Beeks. Let's see how many runs he gave up. I guess only 4 runs, but felt like a lot more than that. His ERA this postseason is now 20.25. Yikes. Anyway, here for Game 4, it'll be Axel Jimenez who takes the mound. I gotta say, I'm happy to have him as the 4th playoff starter. That is not bad at all. All right, so this is going to be the order for this game. Definitely not going to get ahead of myself, but I will say, looking like we're going to make it to the World Series, which is very exciting. I have blown 3-0 leads in this game before, so you really never know, but pretty likely that we're going to be making the World Series. You can see, unfortunately, I'm jinxing myself. The Mariners have 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. It's going to be 0-1 to Juan Soto, and he hits one to deep left field, back at the wall, and Conine makes the catch. A leaping catch at the wall, saves 2 runs most likely on that play. Anyway, let's go to double play depth here. Sanchez is at the plate. It's full to him, and he is going to strike out, throw to second. He's safe, though, so Mondesi steals a base. But 2 gone here in the inning, and it'll be Mason House at the plate. Big play here, ground ball to first base. Will it be an infield hit? It is going to be an infield hit, so bummer there. A run comes in the back door, and it'll be Hosmer up next. 0-2 to him. Ground ball to second and right up with it, and that will end the inning. But Seattle on the board first. Here in the top of the second, you can see Corona at second base, now hitting over 400 this postseason. Sanchez up next. It's 1-2 to him, and he will go down swinging. Now Langoliers up. He hits one to center field. Well hit, but it will be caught out there by Haniger. Tagging and moving to third is Jorge Corona. So Zermeno up next. It is 1-2 to him. Lined left field. Coming in is the left fielder. He won't make the catch, though, so this game is all tied up. Let's have Zermeno steal second here. And I guess he won't steal, so we'll just let Vinny Tosti hit. Anyway, it's 1-2 to Tosti. Line to second base, and it will be caught by Mondesi to end the inning. Now, simming ahead to the top of the third, we have Prado at second with Conine at the plate. Nobody out in the inning, and Prado will ground one to second base. That moves the runner to third with less than 2 outs, but it is an out. So Enright up next. 1-0 to him, and that is not going to get the run in. A ground ball back to the mound. Can Ohtani be clutch here? Unfortunately, he will strike out to end the inning. And now here in the top of the third, Corona at third again. Sanchez at the plate. It's 2-2 to him. Fly ball, very shallow left field. I would doubt this is going to get the run in. And Corona will not tag, so it'll just be the first out of the inning. Langoliers up next. Driven to right at the wall and gone down the right field line. Hooks it just inside the foul pole. And now the Royals have a 3-1 lead. Now here in the bottom of the fourth, Jimenez running into some trouble. Let's do double play depth. I could start warming someone up in the bullpen here. Got some lefties coming up once we get back to the top of the order. So I could go to someone like Tim Cate, and I think that's who I'm going to start warming up. So anyway, let's do a bit of a mound visit just to calm him down. We got double play depth here. 1-2 is going to be the count to Ruiz. Ground ball to first. They're going to get the force out at second, and that is all they will get. So 2 outs, Andujar at the plate. Let's see if Jimenez can get through this inning. It's 1-2, and he will strike him out to end the inning. Jimenez with 71 pitches. I'd like him to go through one more inning. Does that make sense? I think I'd rather have Jimenez than Martinez or Beeks. So simming ahead to the bottom of the sixth here, I put in Gabo, and apparently I should not have trusted him because very quickly, Seattle is back within a run. They have a man at second, only 1 out in the inning. Tim Cate is ready. Now, he is a lefty, so I don't want to get too caught up in that, but I think I'm going to let Gabo pitch to one more hitter. It's going to be a walk. It looks like 3-1. It is a walk, so obviously that does it for Gabo. I have seen enough. Let's bring in Tim Cate, who will face Andujar. We're going to go into double play depth here, and it'll be 0-2 to Andujar. He strikes out. So that is the second out of the inning. Now we just have to get through Valenzuela here, which is easier said than done. Valenzuela to right field. Conine looks like he is moving under it, though, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So still a 1-run lead for Kansas City. So unfortunately, here in the bottom of the second, Alberto Mondesi at third base. Nobody out in the inning. Must have been a lead-off triple. Struggling to see who we should go to here. Maybe Casilla. We need some strikeouts, but we've got some righties coming up. I'm thinking Casilla. He definitely gets a lot of strikeouts. So let's start warming up Casilla. I think we're going to bring the infield in. Normally I don't do that, but I feel like this is a pretty important run here, and it would be great to stop Seattle from scoring. We got a lefty-lefty matchup against Juan Soto, so we're definitely going to keep Tim Cate in the game for this hitter. 1-0 is the count to Soto. Ground ball to second, and it works to perfection. The run does not score. Mondesi stays at third base. Don't really like having a lefty pitch to Gary Sanchez, but Casilla still warming up. So let's bring the infield back in, I guess. 0-2. He strikes out. Tim Cate with a huge strikeout there for the second out of the inning. That'll be Mason House, who does worse against lefties, so let's just keep Tim Cate in the game here. Infield back, 2 outs, full count. Fly ball, shallow left field. Vinny Toasty coming in. He makes the catch, and the Seattle Mariners don't score despite having a man on third base with nobody out in the inning. So we will bring out Casilla for the 8th inning. O'Donnell definitely available for this game, so I think he will be pitching the 9th most likely. Looks like some lefties would be up then anyway. So let's go till runners in scoring position for the top half of the 8th. We don't get anything. And unfortunately, here in the bottom of the 8th, man on second, 2 outs. Andujar at the plate. Let's start warming up O'Donnell. Probably a little late to really do anything with him, but he'll pitch the next inning anyway. So Casilla is going to be facing Andujar. Man on second. 0-1 is the count to Andujar. Popped up. And this should easily be playable. Corona makes the catch. And the inning is over. So we still are clinging on to that 1-run lead here. So 3-2. We got some lefties coming up for the Mariners. So let's bring Mike O'Donnell into this game. We'll go batter by batter here. Valenzuela leading it off for the Mariners. And that's hit to center field, but it is high. Sanchez moves over, makes the catch, and that is going to be out number 1. So Mondesi up next here. 3-1 is the count to Mondesi. Ground ball through the hole into left field, and the tying run on base for the Mariners. Mondesi obviously very fast, so we're going to have to hold the runner here. It's also warm-up Story. He's rested enough to face a hitter or two if we start getting into these right-handed players. Anyway, for now, let's go to double play depth, and we will hold the runner. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Force out at second, on to first, and the Royals are going to the World Series. After one of the longest postseason droughts in baseball history, the Royals have now made the World Series 3 times in the last 10 years. So a huge victory versus the Mariners. Jimenez with a very, very strong start, and our bullpen was a little bit rocky, but Cate, Casilla, and O'Donnell definitely held their own. So let's see who we will be facing in the World Series here. All right, so we've simmed ahead here. It looks like we're going to be facing the New York Mets in the World Series. They had 87 wins during the regular season, but this is a team that still has Noah Syndergaard. They also have Garrett Cole. Trevor Bauer as well. He doesn't seem to be quite as good in this game as he is at least this year in real life. Anyway, you can see that they were 6th in runs scored and 7th in runs against. So definitely a good team, but we will be the favorites in the World Series. 7 games, you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, got some really good hitters. So it's going to be a tough series, and we'll see how it goes in the next episode. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.